thing over here has been bugging me. It looks awful. So today I'm gonna try and patch it up and make it look more smooth. I didn't choose the best time to do this because it's starting to get really cold, but I think if I don't do it now, I'll never get it done. So you gotta help. This is what we are working with. As you can see, there's some quite big holes that I need to fill in. So I got some mortar over here that I really hope is gonna stick. I've never done this, so we'll figure it out together. I think I'm gonna start with just one bag, mixing one bag, because I don't have any power tools to mix it together, and I think it's gonna be quite hard. So let's see if I can manage one. First batch is ready. I think I'm gonna start from the biggest part and see how it goes. I actually thought that it would be white. It's not, it's gray, so that means that I will have to put color on top or something else. I don't actually know if you can color this directly, but anyway, we're gonna give it a go and see how it goes. Oh, that didn't go well. Oh. I think this is gonna be a long, long day. I am at bag number 2. I'm having so much fun. Honestly, sometimes I think men kept those jobs all for themselves so they could have all the fun. On the last video I shared that I had been having a bit of a tough time, a bit of a frustrating time, and I was really hoping that after I published that video that period would end, but nope, it's been going on strong. And so I've been trying to find ways of kind of reset myself for the winter, because I know that I tend to suffer slightly from seasonal depression, and so I'm really trying to spend as much time outside as I can and move my body and try to not fall into the temptation of just staying inside the house in front of the wood stove and read and stay on my phone, my computer. Although ZUCCA loves to stay in front of the wood stove. I'm gonna put a picture right here of him. He just sits right in front of it with his nose so close that I'm afraid he's gonna burn it, and he just stares at it for like hours. It's really funny. In the last few weeks I've been doing a lot of jewelry, which has been so fun. I've started silversmithing again, and I've learned how to do rings pretty decently. So I was getting ready actually for a craft fair that at the end didn't happen. So now I have a lot of rings. I did upload them on the website if you want to have a look, and if you're looking for like a Christmas present, I'll be having a lot of new stuff over there. But yeah, so I spent like 2 to 3 weeks inside the house doing nothing but that, which I love. But after a few weeks I was feeling like I was going mad, and I just had to tell myself, you need to spend at least, I don't know, 3 hours a day outside, otherwise you go crazy. You really do. Even if it's cold, even if it's wet. That was one of the reasons as well. It rained for like, not kidding, 20 days over here. I still don't have the porter back, so I'm driving with my motorbike anytime that I need to move, which is fine. Like, I do love my motorbike, but it's getting so cold and I don't have good gloves. So if you have any suggestions for like not too expensive motorbike winter gloves, or maybe even those heated hand things for the bike, then let me know. If they're easy to install, then I might consider adding those. dry for about 2 days. It's nearly fully dry. And what do you think about it? It's definitely better than how it was before. It's not super even because this part here is it's bulging out, and I need to add a lot of mortar to be able to like straighten it. What do you think? What do you think? And I still have one bag that I could use to maybe fill in some of those gaps under here, but I might do that another time. We'll see how that goes. Yes, and now we have a really exciting project, which is to plant the bulbs for the area that I showed you in the last video, next to the drywall. And I'm really excited about that because I've been thinking about those bulbs for like the past 2 months. So let's go and do it. This is the patch where I'm gonna be planting the bulbs. I've got about 500 over here. Oh, that's heavy. I actually got them from Farmers Gracie, which you suggested, so thank you so much for your tips. It's a great site. But yeah, it took me forever to decide on which bulbs I wanted to get because there's so many. So I spent like, not kidding, like 2 weeks on the site trying to decide which ones to get. I had like 100 tabs open, and that's when Milanote came to my rescue. Milanote is a great tool for creative people. It allows you to gather notes and pictures and links and drawings and much more all in one place. This head of mine does generate lots of ideas, but more often than not it's too crowded in here, and there might be buried by all the other million thoughts I have during the day, which is pretty sad because sometimes there's some good ideas but you're just like blah. And so it's really useful for me to have a place where I can just blah, vomit my ideas in and then sort out through them and build on the ones that are worth working on. So for example, for this project, as I said, I was struggling figuring out which flowers to buy, and so I created a vision board so that I could see exactly how I want the space to look like. I actually made a little drawing, and there's inspiration for the bench, for the path as well, and for the bulbs. So I created a color palette, I added pictures of stuff that I liked that I've seen online, and then this way I was able to figure out which bulbs I wanted, which colors, how many, and it was just much easier to see the vision all in one place without having to retain everything in my brain. And Milanote makes it super easy to save images and links from any websites directly to your boards using a clever little tool called the Milanote Web Clipper. Milanote is great for visual thinkers, and it's super easy and intuitive to use. You can choose from over 100 built-in templates available for every type of creative projects and start organizing your ideas today. One thing that I really like about this app is that you can share your boards with your colleagues or clients or just friends so you can get feedback. And that's what I've done with this. I shared it with my sister, who's a bit of a plant nerd, and she was actually the one to send me this second box with more bulbs that she thought would go well with the selection of the ones that I already got. Best of all, Milanote is free for no time limit, so if you would like to go ahead and free up some brain space and let Milanote do all the hard work, then go ahead and sign up using the link in the description bar and let me know for which creative projects you'll be using it. Okay, the first step is going to be to clear out about 50 centimeters of space to put the bulbs. I'm not going to put them too close to where the wall is, just because under here it's basically just rocks. So I think I'll be leaving about 20 centimeters out, and in here I might be putting some plants that are more like keen on rocky soils and that grow with a very little soil, so I might be adding those in spring. It's in the air, you feel that. Okay, we are ready to start planting. We're gonna plant a mix of daffodils. I adore daffodils. Some tulips, a mix of tulips, which I didn't know that tulips, the bloom decreases in quality the longer it stays in the soil. I thought that it would be like daffodils, they just stay on forever and they like naturalize and they reproduce, but nope, they don't. And I realized that after I bought them, so it's a bit of a bummer. It says that they last like from 5 to 10 years, so maybe next year I'll be planting something that is more durable. And then I've got some white irises with some pink anemones. Those are the ones that my sister sent me. And then lastly I've got some muscari Mount Hood. This is a blue flower, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna start it by planting the daffodils and the tulips, and then we're gonna figure out what to do with the other ones. daffodils are in place, and I still have 3 bags of daffodils, so I think I'm gonna make a few patches over there. I think it's gonna look very nice. But now I'm gonna cover this up with some compost that I need to go and get, and then I'm gonna put the other bulbs in place.
Even when it comes, I'll be fading in time. Oh, reading one frame at a time. Gotta hold the lead to win if you get it. Oh, merciful radio energy. When I call, will you call back to me? Oh, merciful radio energy. Now I'll never find my way back home again. Oh, I need it all. Been fine. Again, round again. When I finally catches up to you. Oh, merciful radio energy. When I call, will you call back to me? Oh, merciful radio energy. I'll never make my way back home again.
Oh, it's getting dark. I've finished planting all the bulbs. I've added some mulch on top to keep them nice and warm, and I've added a patch of daffodils with white irises right here, and then another one on the other side of the stairs. The sky is really like orangey. It's really lovely. Anyway, and I hope that the squirrels don't come to eat my tulips, because I heard they're really yummy to squirrels, the bulbs. But I haven't seen many squirrels around here, so hopefully I'm safe. And yeah, I just cannot wait for spring to come and see how they look. I haven't really followed a pattern. I just like put them wherever I felt like it, so we'll see how it's gonna look. And yeah, I am gonna go in. I do feel a lot better since those last few days that I spent outside. I think this is really the recipe for like my head, and I think for most people it's gonna be the same. Just need to spend as much time outside as you can, although it's cold and my hands are really in need of a good moisturizing. But yeah, if you feel this way because of the change of seasons, then don't guilt yourself up, don't beat yourself up. It's totally normal. Like, we all the only ones in the world that don't slow down, and we have to keep up human rhythms instead of natural rhythms. So I think it's just natural that we're gonna feel this way. But yeah, don't forget to go and check out Milanote in the description below, and maybe you can work on some cool projects that's been going around in your head but you haven't had time or like space to work on them. And I shall see you very soon.